What's going on, guys? Back in the shop. It's Friday night. It's been a long week. I know for you guys it's been a couple of weeks, more than a couple of weeks actually. I know y'all been waiting on an update on the S10. As you can tell, I hadn't done anything really. Still just trying to gather some parts. But I figured I'd get out here tonight and piddle on a little bit. I do need to do some more welding on the cab, so I'm probably gonna get back on that for now. I've got to get some paint so I can paint this frame pretty soon so I can get the cab back on it. I did buy a little cheap sandblaster for doing the frame. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna try that tomorrow, hopefully. A couple of weeks ago, I actually bought one of those cheap Amazon pressure washer attachment things that's supposed to do the sandblasting. I did not have good luck with that. That thing is junk. I do not suggest anybody try it. So we're gonna try the little 50-pound Harbor Freight sandblaster and see how that goes. If not, we're just gonna break out the old wire wheel and flat wheel and get after it if that's what we gotta do. But I need to get the middle section at least painted, like I said, so I can get the cab back on it. And then I can worry about the rest of it later as we go. Still got to order axles for the rear end. Haven't done that yet, obviously because I can't afford it. Still need control arms and drop spindles. Don't have the money for that yet neither. I'm hoping soon. And basically trying to get through Thanksgiving and Christmas, all that jazz. Everybody knows how that goes. And yeah, hopefully we can piddle on it a little bit, and then first of the year, it's really gonna be crunch time on it. So let's get started. Come on.
The fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but the speed lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually.
All right, guys, got everything moved around. So as you can tell, the firewall, it's pretty much welded up. There are a few little things I got to clean up. Obviously, it needs a lot of grinding and all. One thing we've got to do away with is this hole here. I'm not exactly sure what was there to begin with, but we don't need it now. So I'm gonna clean all that up, build a little template to fit that hole, and pretty much shave that up. There's a hole there, needs to be welded up. And yeah, there's some more stuff on the inside I got to do too as well, but we'll get there. So let's get started. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, what you guys think of this nifty hoodie here? Fancy. Shout out Josh Rowan again for hooking me up with awesome logo. But yeah, it's like 75 degrees here tonight, so it's got to go. But just wanted to mention that before we got too far into this thing. Another thing I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I did throw some spray paint down on the fuel cell mount. And I also threw some spray paint down on the link bar cross member. It is just spray paint, but I wanted to see how it looked. Plus it was rusting, so I needed to do something, so that's what happened. But this is what I used. This is some really good stuff. Bad thing is I can't get my hands on it anymore, so I'll have to try something different. Thinking about trying the Eastwood spray paint that's on their website. Maybe even get a quart. I don't know yet, but we're gonna try something anyways. Like I said, it ain't gotta be perfect. I don't consider this a show build. I consider it a driver, so if we can get this rust off and just blast it with some black paint, I'll be happy with that. And quicker I can do that, quicker I can get this thing together. So yeah. But anyways, back to the metal work.
Carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but the speed lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the...
Alright, so I got me a little piece of cardboard here and some kitchen scissors that I stole from my wife. And we're just going to try to make us a little rough template here. Something like so. Obviously that's a little small apparently, but yeah, something like that. Need to leave a little bit more material from right there to about right there, and then from there to there, put a curve in it, just like that. All right, got this piece of scrap metal here. Got it cleaned up a little bit so I can draw on it. And like I said, we're going to keep that arch going up here, make it a little big. And then we also need to make it a little bigger here. If it's a little big, that's fine. We can actually work it down instead of trying to jump a huge gap. And then the rest of it fit pretty good, so just like so. All right, now let me get this guy cut out.
Never looking back, I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit.
All right, guys, got my template made and cut out and welded in and flat weld down, and it's not perfect, but it covered the hole and it matches the rest of it. But yeah, I still got to figure out what I'm gonna do right here. I think these were fresh air vents or something other. Probably just gonna come right in here with a flat plate, go straight down. Then the wiper cowl drain is right there, so I'll leave this all open so water can run down, but just seal it off from the cab once I weld a plate in and seam seal it and everything. It should be okay. What's going on, guys? It is Saturday and back in the shop, and today I'm gonna keep working on the cab. I'm gonna try to finish up what little bit of metal work I've got left, and then hopefully I'm going to wire brush all the raw metal in there and probably run to town and get some black and try to at least get everything painted up on it. And then if I have time after that, I'm going to probably roll the chassis outside and try to use that little Harbor Freight sandblaster. We'll see how that goes, and maybe throw some black on it. I'm not sure, so we'll see. All right, everybody, just ran to the O'Reilly's, picked me up some of this U-pole seam sealer, and I'm going to clean up all this metal where it's put together at, and try to get this thing seam sealed. And while that's drying or whatever, then we might see about messing with this frame a little bit more. Like I said, I want to try to do that sandblaster, and yeah, and we can get all this coated and everything, and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna bore y'all with me doing all that and time lapse and all that jazz. Basically, you get the idea. Clean up the metal, seal all the joints, and moving on. We'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, got the cab seam sealed, and John's here hanging out, and we've been fooling with cheap junk sandblasters. I do not recommend the one from Amazon that goes on a pressure washer. Junk. And the little Harbor Freight one, also junk. So we fixing to just do it the old school way. We fixing to put wire wheels on side grinders. We finna get after it.
I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's a dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building on the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit.
Alright, guys, me and John wire wheeled on this thing for quite a few hours. It's pretty close. Gonna do a little more work on it tomorrow, and I gotta run over to John's house and pick up some more paint from him, and hopefully I'll have this thing all painted tomorrow, so we'll be back with some more video. All right, guys, it's Sunday, back in the shop, and got the frame outside. Gonna do some finishing up, wire wheeling some more, a few spots that we missed, and wipe this chassis down with acetone and make sure it's clean and dry, and we're gonna throw some paint on it. And hopefully, same for the cab on the inside, throw some paint on that and get it ready to go back on the chassis. Just kind of start some of the put back together build process here, but here we go.
For this shit, I'm usually modest, but the speed lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit.
All right, guys, got the chassis painted. Yes, it's rattle can. No, I don't care. Looks pretty good to me. Looks better than rust. It's not perfect, but again, it is painted. I got the transmission cross member painted also, and everywhere that we seam sealed and all inside the cab, got all that painted also. So yeah, I'm done breathing paint fumes for the day. So I'm just gonna sit and let all this stuff dry. And once it gets done drying, I can get it all back in the shop and get cleaned up. So, yeah. I'm about to call it a day. Get cleaned up. I'm tired of breathing paint fumes. And, yeah. I appreciate you guys coming back and watching these videos. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody commenting or asking, hey, when's some more update on the S10? makes me feel good. So makes me think y'all like what we doing here. But anyways, thank you guys for coming back and watching the videos. Thank y'all for supporting, and we'll see y'all guys next time. We out. See y'all.
I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit.